Safari Bali!
Hello, I'm Eric Leonard Visser, your Mr. Universe Tourism 2023, and together with the candidates, we are here in Taman Safari, Bali. And as for my favorite animal, I don't have one necessarily in particular. As an animal lover, I love all of them, and just seeing them up close, being treated well in such a wide space, truly makes me happy. We just had the meerkat and giraffe feeding, and it was really an amazing experience to be able to witness them up close and to feed them by hand.
Salam Lestari!
Now that you're gone, the dawn is breaking my heart. Now that you're gone, the sun
Just let go of your. Don't be sad, don't you cry. Just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, no tomorrow's a new day. Don't be sad, don't you cry. Just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, no tomorrow's a new day. Tonight I'm moving like. Just let go.
So many voices. What does yours tell you? Close your eyes. Take a moment to listen. What do you want to feel? Where do you want to be? Listen to the voice inside you. The voice that tells you to wonder, explore, pause, taste, connect. Be where you've always wanted to be, and let yourself
Mabuhay. Welcome to Philippine Airlines.
fly to new discoveries with Philippine Airlines.
In recent years, Bali has faced its share of challenges. Overcrowded beaches, cultural sites in disrepair, and a growing litter problem have left many concerned about the island's future. And it's clear that something needs to change. However, from adversity comes an opportunity for renewal. Bali has embarked on a journey towards sustainable tourism by introducing regulations. Then why does Bali need tourist levy? The answer is simple: to preserve Bali's natural beauty, cultural heritage, and enhance the visitor experience. Tourist levy regulations help protect and restore Bali's cultural treasures. They ensure all human beings respect, maintain, and appreciate sacred sites. Now, Bali is working towards cleaner, more pristine environments. As you explore Bali, remember to do it with respect for the local culture and environment. By contributing to the tourist levy, you're actively participating in sustainable tourism. Your support helps preserve Bali's natural beauty and cultural heritage for generations to come. Leave beautiful footprints, and the memories will last a lifetime. In conclusion, the Bali Tourist Levy is not just a fee, but an investment in Bali's continued allure. Your contribution shapes a brighter future for this island paradise, ensuring it remains a haven for all who visit. Together, we can protect its natural beauty, cultural heritage, and ensure a harmonious coexistence. This regulation will be implemented in 2024. Let's cherish Bali together and leave a legacy of responsible travel.
Do you hear it? The serene melody of the nature. That bring back our soul to life. Can you still recall it? Welcome back to Last Paradise. An island with infinite cultural treasure, so precious and sacred. Living close to nature as a source of abundance and peace. Connecting with each other to show gratitude to the Almighty. Every step I take in Bali is a new step written in my life. Reveals its limitless richness, which provides life for those who are alive. Becomes the basis of the concoction of a freshly made platter. that is rich in taste and can't be found anywhere else. I feel like I found my life here. A passionate yet soothing feeling that gives my soul a fresh start. To explore once again. This is the vibration of Bali.
Have you heard of an island? An island of the gods. To me, Bali is my home. There is truly something for everyone to enjoy. From the volcanoes which created our island, our ancestral rice fields, hidden waterfalls, and beautiful white sand beaches. Seeing the look of wonder in people's faces never gets old. You will discover how everything on this island is connected. Here you can slow down, relax, and find peace. Recently, this island was paused in time, waiting patiently to be discovered once more. It's time to reawaken your senses. To witness the spirit rising and experience a culture like no other. It's time. For Bali.
Good afternoon, Bali, Indonesia. My name is Nico Local, and I will be your host this afternoon. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the closed-door interview of Mr. Universe Tourism 2024 here at the beautiful Afterglow Bar and Kitchen at the roof deck of Tribe Bali Kuta Beach Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, this closed-door interview is actually a part of our preliminary competition. As you guys saw last night, thank you to our virtual audience as well as our live audience for being there with us. It was an amazing show. So our closed-door interview will actually have 50% weight in our preliminary scores going into the coronation night. That's why this is a very, very important segment for our candidates. Again, our coronation night will be tomorrow, March 24th, 8 p.m. at the Bali Nusa Dua Theater. So mark your calendars, be there or be square. For our virtual audience, I will see you on the Facebook Live for Mr. Universe Tourism 2024. Before we get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen, of course we have to introduce our esteemed panel of judges. Starting with our first judge is our Mr. Universe Tourism 2023 grand winner, none other than Mr. Eric Leonard Visser. Thank you very much, Eric. Nice seeing you again. Yes, all right. Our next judge is the owner of the most sought-after pageant media correspondent of Mississology. It's great seeing him again. None other than Miss Paui Ventura. Miss Paui, wow. Nice seeing you again, Miss Paui. Last but not least, to complete our panel of judges, let's all welcome the multi-awarded international fashion designer and our official swimwear designer of Mr. Universe Tourism 2024. Let's give it up for the one and only Mr. Edwin Uy. Thank you very much to our judges for being here with us in Bali. I know you guys have the most difficult decision to make, and especially tomorrow during our coronation night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a quick note before we get this show on the road. Our candidates have been instructed to answer their questions within 1 minute. Again, they will have 1 minute maximum per question. I will be asking each candidate 5 questions, and they will be the same questions, so everything is fair, ladies and gentlemen. All right, to our virtual audience, are you guys ready? All right, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this. Without further ado, let's start with our first candidate, Mr. Universe Tourism, Fiji. Okay. Hi, Mr. Fiji. How are you? I'm just turning on your microphone.
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Great, great. Thank you. Before we get into the thick of things, I wanted to ask, how has your experience been here in Bali?
The experience so far is really nice. I have a very good fellow candidates. The team of Mr. Universe Tourism, they are very nice. And yeah, I'm having a good time.
It's great to hear, Mr. Fiji. This isn't just a pageant, it's a brotherhood. So I love hearing those types of answers. All right, are you ready for my closed door interview questions?
Definitely.
All right, I'll try to start with an easy one.
Okay.
All right, my first question for you, Mr. Fiji, is the past week you have been having all kinds of various activities with the fellow candidates. Once you return home to your home country, Fiji, what part of your Mr. Universe Tourism journey will you remember the most?
I'll remember my surfing experience which I had, because in Fiji it's very common to surf, but for some reason I don't know why the locals, they don't surf. It's only for the tourists. So I would like to advocate as well that we should know how to surf. It's a very interesting activity, and also it burns a lot of calories.
Yes.
So I think it's one of the activities that everyone should participate and experience in one of their lifetime.
Oh, very nice. I didn't know they had surfing in Fiji, so I have to go to Fiji now. I'm sure you tried the surfing here in Bali.
Yes, that was my first time as well.
First? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, Mr. Fiji, my second question is, Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
The most important reason, what I believe, is it creates better income for the economy, for the country itself. And since I belong to a Pacific Island country like Fiji, it's known for tourism. So I think tourism is one of the factors which boost the economy. So I think, yeah, the most important thing, it boosts the economy of the country, and yeah.
Fantastic. It sounds like Fiji is a lot like Bali, which
Yeah,
heavily
it is.
relies on tourism as their
Yes,
main
it
industry. Very interesting. My next question for you is, if you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
I believe the accessibility of transportation. In Fiji, we do not have accessible transportation. We do not have apps like Uber and all those things. So I think it's easier for the tourist and also for the people who are visiting Fiji. If they'll have apps like this, it will be easier for them to go to places and visit. So definitely it would be the transportation system.
Great, great. I agree. That sounds like a great solution. Okay, my next question. With the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates that are a part of the LGBTQIA+ community, what is your insight on allowing all ages in LGBTQ+ to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
I believe everyone is what they are is, and everyone deserves a chance. If they are passionate about this industry, or if they want to experience this, they should be allowed to do it, because everyone should be treated equally and everyone should have fun in their life. That's what I believe.
Amen. We are all equals. I love that. All right. That actually, sorry, I have one more question.
Okay.
I got excited there. Aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism? Ooh, that's a juicy question.
I think all the candidates have their own experience, they have their own struggles in life, and I have learned a lot from them. So I think everyone deserves equally, and it is very hard to say who's the competition, because I see them all as competition. So, but for me, more than competition, I want to build relationship, a good bond, and I want to take that back home. So I would say everyone is a competition.
Very well said. And when they're watching this, they won't hate you because you didn't pick anybody. That's perfect. All right, let's give it up for Mr. Fiji. Thank you
you so
very
much.
much. You
Thank
did a
you.
great job.
Thank
And
you.
good luck in the coronation
Thank you
night.
so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Fiji in the closed door interview portion. He did a great job, might I add. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. India. Let's give it up for him. There he is. All right, sir, please grab your microphone. Before we get into the questions, I just wanted to ask, how's your journey been thus far here at Mr. Universe Tourism? Have you enjoyed it? Has it been life-changing?
Thank you, sir, for your question. It's been enjoying. I get a lot of knowledge from Mr. Universe Tourism about culture, heritage, and all of that will give me a lifelong lesson and carry to my state or my country to power the young kid in order to be for improve our culture, the natural resources. Thank you.
Very nice. Very well said, Mr. India. Okay, are you ready for my 5 closed-door interview questions?
Yes.
Okay, you can do this. Take a deep breath. You have 1 minute for each question, and just take it slow. No need to rush. All right, my first question for you is, the past week, you have been having all kinds of various activities with your fellow candidates. Once you return home to your home country, what part of your Mr. Universe tourism journey will you remember the most?
Thank you for your wonderful question, Saniko, and to all the viewers watching. And to my answer is that the Panglipuran village that I went, it's been like the culture they preserve, the ancestral lineage, how the people dedicate their life to preserve the culture, and how they promote the culture to the other in order to be the tourist visit. And this is why I will remember the place the most. Thank you.
Very nice, Mr. Indian. And I have to agree with that. They really take care of their cultural heritage sites here in Bali. It's amazing to see. And India has a lot of history as well and cultural heritage sites. So I think that's a great practice to bring back to your country. Next question for you, Mr. India. Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
Can I?
Would you like me to repeat the question?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
Thank you for your wonderful question again. Mr. Universe Tourism implies in order to a slight culture exchange. Because if we have culture exchange, then we can get to know a lot more about the culture for other nation. Like one nation, one family. That's how we tourism promote, or tourism get a lot of attention from the other nation to be one nation, one family. Thank you.
One nation, one family. I like that. That's catchy. All right. My third question for you, Mr. India. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
Thank you for your wonderful question again. Yes, indeed, it's a great, wonderful question. If I have a chance to talk to one of my great leader, that if I will be talk about the culture protection, even though India is known for its like culture of diversities, but actually, when I look to Indonesia, they preserve a lot about the culture, infrastructure, and all of that. I want to give the best to my leader to say that, sir, Indonesia is the best place. I know India is also a best place, but I want to make a little bit more for infrastructure because that's how we want to promote our tourism and the culture. Thank you.
I think you're ready to become a government official. That was a very well said answer. All right. My next question for you is, with the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and LGBTQIA plus to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
Thank you, sir, for the question again. It's good. Everyone, we have to give a chance because we are human being, and even the World Health Organization or UNESCO gives like all gender equality, because we deserve one who wish to be, and let them be. That's why I choose let them be. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you, Mr. India. Yes, we are all equals. I agree with that. My last question for you, sorry, excuse me. Aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism? One more time, yes. Aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism?
Competitors, right?
Yes, your biggest competitor amongst your other candidates.
Thank you for your question once again. I think there's all of the delicate countries that come with a high potential, and they dedicate a lot of much, because when we first arrive, we just like a little bit part of, after a second day with just like family and one brother. I feel like they are same, one family, one brother. They are all competing for their own country for one crown. I think all of them tough. That's why all is competitor to me, and they are like a brothers to me. Thank you.
Indeed, a brotherhood. It's like a family you have. I think that's the nice part of these pageants is you really find new brothers, and I think you have 7 new brothers.
Yes.
All right, that was Mr. India. Nobody's actually called out another candidate yet, so I'm excited. I'm waiting for that still. All right, so we completed the closed door interviews for Mr. Fiji and Mr. India. When we come back here on Mr. Universe Tourism 2024, we will be putting Mr. Indonesia on the hot seat. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here in Bali, Indonesia for the closed door interview portion of Mr. Universe Tourism 2024. We've seen so far Mr. Fiji and Mr. India, and they did a great job. They held their own, so I'm very excited to see what happens next. Without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Indonesia. There he is. Join us, sir. I love that. I love that shirt you have. Please grab your microphone. Yes. Before we jump into the questions, I just wanted to have a little chit chat. By the way, where is your shirt from? It's beautiful. You can use the microphone. Yeah.
We call this batik. This is the traditional.
Let me just fix it for you.
Indonesia.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Right.
There you go.
This is the traditional wear from Indonesia. This is called batik.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. But all of the country.
We are back. Apologies, folks, for the technical difficulties, but we are up and running. So may I re-invite Mr. Indonesia to please join me here. Let's give him one more big round of applause. All right, sir, please take a seat, grab your microphone. Before we jump into the questions, I just wanted to have a little chit-chat with you. You were talking about your shirt. I'm very curious about this. It looks very traditional. Explain it to me.
Yeah, this is the traditional wear from Indonesian. This is called batik, but I call this I'm wearing from the Java batik.
Okay.
But all of the city from the Indonesia have so many different color.
What city is this representing?
This is from Java. It's Java.
That's your home city.
No, I'm from Batam City, from the Riau Islands.
Okay, I see.
Different. Yeah.
I wanted to ask because, I mean, this is your home country. How does it feel to be in your country for Mr. Universe Tourism, representing Indonesia, Bali, all of that?
I think this is very interesting for me, but it is hard for me to how to try to promote our with the Indonesian culture and how to try to introduce about the Indonesia have many cultures, and you should know about the culture and the another person and the many else is Indonesian have.
Amazing. Well, I think every country can have better tourism, and I think that's the beauty of these kinds of pageants is it brings light onto tourism, not only abroad, but also here in Indonesia. All right. Without further ado, let's begin our closed-door interview questions. You'll have 1 minute per question, and then the time will stop. I'll ask you 5 questions. All of your fellow contestants have had the same questions.
All right.
Okay. Let's do this. The past week, you have been having all kinds of various activities with your fellow candidates. Once you return home to your home country, what part of your Mr. Universe tourism journey will you remember the most?
I think all of things on the journey of the Mr. Universe tourism, I think it's a lot of moments, and I have some experience with another contestant, so I think this is so very exciting for me, and the most is all of moment here. Thank you.
Yes, and I think that's the beauty of these pageants are the memories that you have with your fellow contestants. It's not always about winning the title. You know what I mean? There's more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. All right, my next question for you. Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
All right. The tourism is the most important because this is the part of the economic for the another country. So the tourism is having to most to being the important to every country have to get the attention for the tourism because it is so many. It is a very influence about the another person, what's happened inside here. All right. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yes. My next question for you, Mr. Indonesia. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, which you are now here, what tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism? So let's say maybe your home city or an area that you live in, since this is already your country.
Sorry?
Let me repeat the question. I just said because you're home country, but you're actually here. Bali is your country.
Yeah.
So the question says you're going to copy from Bali, but maybe you can copy it in your area or something. Yeah. Let me repeat the question in full. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
I think this from if I try to copy paste from the Bali is the how to there to surfing. Services is the main of the factor to get it, attention to another person, and this is the how to give me the experience. It even I have Indonesian, Bali is very beautiful, and maybe I have to copy about this situation from Bali to with my city.
Amazing. Surfing is a huge industry here. I actually haven't tried the surfing yet. Did you try it?
Yeah, I tried.
Okay.
But that's first time.
I got to get out there. It looks beautiful. My next question for you: with the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and a part of the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and the LGBTQ plus to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
I think this is not good because almost people always say that the pageant is all thing is about LGBT, but this is not. This is how to try to influence and how to we make to another person to give attention to another one and how to communicate and try to increasing about the factor with the country or the person or the any else to being the best, the good one.
That's a very interesting answer.
Yeah.
Are you finished? Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
I think
that's all. Okay.
Oh.
Well, it's a very controversial question, actually, Mr. Indonesia.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your honesty, because some people think the other way, some people think your way.
Yeah.
Some people feel that these communities deserve their own individual platforms. So it's a very interesting opinion, and I appreciate your honesty. My last question for you this afternoon: aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism?
Okay. Actually, I feel like all of people here is have our same opportunity to being the winner, but honestly, I proud about myself, and so I think I get one. I have this opportunity to being the best one from Indonesian to get it the winner. I think that's all.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Indonesia. A very respectable answer. Okay, 3 for 3. Everybody's taking the safe route. Nobody wants to name drop another contestant. That's true brotherhood right there, isn't it? Okay, thank you, Mr. Indonesia. You did a great job. I wish you the best of luck going to the coronation tomorrow at 8 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is Mr. Indonesia in his closed-door interview portion. Thank you very much, sir. Next up, let's all welcome Mr. Netherlands. All right. There he is. Welcome, sir. Join me here in the hot seat. It's hot, and the seat is really hot also. I'm just kidding. All right. Before we jump into the questions, I just wanted to ask, how have you enjoyed your experience here in Bali?
Well, really good. It's a whole different world here, and the culture is beautiful. Love learning about it. It's way different from the Netherlands.
I'm sure. A lot hotter, is it? Or is
Way
Netherlands
hotter.
hot too?
No, yeah, because of me, but...
There you go. I love that answer. I would have said the same thing, so it's awesome. All right. Okay, I have 5 questions prepared for you. They're the same as your fellow contestants, so everything is equal. You'll have 1 minute to answer the question, so try to keep it concise, but also, take your time. Go through it methodically. Okay. My first question for you, Mr. Netherlands, is the past week you have been having all kinds of various activities with your fellow candidates. Once you return to your home country, what part of your Mr. Universe tourism journey will you remember the most?
Ooh, I think the culture of Bali, to see how the people live there. Like we had many generations in a house, and all together we don't have that there. So I think that's the thing I remember the most.
Very nice. The culture, and Bali indeed has an amazing culture. So I'm sure our audience appreciates you saying that. My second question for you is, Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
I think so people can see how it goes in other countries, and to stimulate tourism. Like, oh, go check this out and go check that out. Just don't get out your comfort zone, and you just travel the world. Go see other things.
Very nice, very nice. And Bali definitely does that, and it puts you out of your comfort zone and offers a variety of things. So that's amazing. My third question for you is, if you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
Ooh. Like, can you say that again? The last.
Yes. Let me repeat the question in full so you can hear it. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
Ooh. I think to get people in and show them how we are too, because the people here in Bali are very welcomed. We are very welcome everywhere, and you know the Netherlands can get something from that too.
I feel like that was very loaded, but I feel like you could have elaborated on that for maybe 10 minutes. But I think you're right. Ever since I stepped foot here in Bali, people are so welcoming. You feel the hospitality.
Yes, that's the right word. Yeah.
And I think that's what really drives the tourism here. So I think that's a great point, something nice to bring back to the Netherlands. But Netherlands people are friendly.
They are.
It's like you weren't sure when you said that. All right. No, I'm sure I've met many people from Netherlands, and they are kind. With the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and the LGBTQ plus to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
Sorry, what is your exact question?
Let me repeat it. With the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and LGBTQ plus members to join male pageants like this one?
It's good, right? It's very, how do you say that? Like, oh, I don't know the word, but everyone is welcome. Like, I don't know the right word,
Yes.
but everyone can join, and that's just fun because everyone has to have the same opportunity as the rest of the people. Everybody's equal, so why not him, and why would he? So just everyone, and everyone makes the same chances in life.
Amazing. Push equality.
Yes.
I love that. Okay. I have one more question for you. Aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism?
Oh, that's a good one.
I love this. This is my favorite one.
Well, I think we all have our qualities, and that's the only thing I'm gonna say about this.
All right, 4 for 4. Everybody's taking the safe road. Nobody's name dropping yet. So, all right, I'm going to wait for that one. I feel like we're going to get one during this closed door interview portion. Okay, Mr. Netherlands, I want to say thank you. This isn't easy sitting down here, me peppering you with questions. So you did a great job. You held your own, and I wish you the best of luck going forward to tomorrow's coronation night.
Thank you for having me.
The pleasure's all mine, Mr. Netherlands. All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have finished with 4 of our contestants. We have 4 more remaining when we come back here on Mr. Universe Tourism 2024 closed interview portion. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mr. Universe Tourism closed-door interview portion here at the Afterglow Bar and Kitchen, Bali, Indonesia. My name is Nico Local, and currently we are halfway through this complete process. We've finished 4 candidates, 4 more to go. So let's welcome our next candidate. He is ready backstage. All right, let's all invite Mr. Philippines to the hot seat. How are you, sir? Grab your microphone, have a seat. So I have prepared 5 questions for you. Before we jump into that, I just want to ask, how has your experience been thus far here in Bali, as well as being a candidate for Mr. Universe Tourism?
Well, a lot of activities, a lot of exciting activities. I'm just grateful for the organization for making us experience a lot of things here in Bali, and can't wait for the finals night.
Yes, tomorrow. On the 24th at 8 p.m. Be there or be square. Okay, Mr. Philippines, I'm going to give you 1 minute maximum for each question. I'll be asking you 5 questions. Your questions are the same as your fellow candidates, so everything is fair. Without further ado, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's do this. Take it easy. You got this. My first question for you is, the past week you have been having all kinds of various activities with your fellow candidates. Once you return home to your home country, what part of your Mr. Universe Tourism journey will you remember the most?
One of the most memorable activities that we've done this week was the visit to John Hardy. John Hardy is a very big and famous brand, and a brand that big is their emphasis on sustainability in their practices and in their products is really inspirational. And I wish to bring that as an entrepreneur myself. I wish to bring that in the Philippines, not just in my hometown, Cebu, but also in the Philippines, to encourage each and every entrepreneur and business to be more sustainable towards the environment and towards the future as well, which is my ultimate advocacy.
Fantastic. That's the you said Tom Hardy?
John Hardy.
John Hardy.
The silver making company.
Yes, okay. I have to check that out. Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you very much for that answer. My second question for you is, Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
For coming from a country like the Philippines, tourism is one of the biggest impacts in our GDP. So I really believe that tourism will help a lot of not just the marginalized, but also a lot of people. So if we can improve the tourism, we can help boost our economy, and that is for the greater tomorrow, not just for my country, but also everywhere in the world.
Yes, all over the world. That's the beauty of tourism. You can have tourism in every country, and every country has its own specific beauty. Would you agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay. My next question for you. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
You know what, Nico? I actually work with an international non-government organization in my hometown, Cebu. So I'm talking to a lot of international public figures within the sustainable development in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We try to achieve these goals, and one of the main things I noticed here in Bali is their emphasis, as what I've said, on sustainability. That's goal number 11, sustainable cities and communities. So I would love to bring that in my country, the Philippines, to focus on sustainability. Why am I so focused on sustainability? It's really important, not just for our environment, sustainable as well for the future generation to enjoy the natural resources that we are so blessed to have, not just in my country, the Philippines, but all around the world or the universe.
Very intelligent answer, and I can agree with you completely. Philippines and Bali are very, very similar, actually. They have beaches, they have surfing, they have beautiful tourist destinations, so I think that's a great thing that the Philippines could adopt.
They also have the heat.
They have the heat, that's for sure. All right. My next question, and this is a controversial one. With the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and people a part of the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and LGBTQ plus members to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
I see no problem with that at all. I mean, we are in the age right now that inclusivity is very important. Some may even see it as publicity stunt, but I believe it's important. A next step to the right direction. We are as we say in Filipino, malayo na tayo pero malayo pa. So we are already taking measures to the right direction, but we're still far. So I don't see any problem at all with all the having married men, kids, LGBTQ. I think it's really important to focus on being inclusive to create a more harmonious society, not just in pageantry, but all over the world.
Wow, a more harmonious society. I love that. Poetry. Very well said. Thank you very much, Mr. Philippines, on that great answer. My last question for you today is, aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism?
Wow, what a controversial answer.
I know, it's a tough question.
Yeah, it is a tough question. But I think one of my biggest competition, to answer this honestly, is Mr. Taiwan. Yes.
Mr. Taiwan.
Yeah, I've seen his hard work. He's really dedicated to in preparing this pageant, and he's also this is not his first time, so I think that's his edge. So I mean, I've prepared so much for this pageant as well. It's been 10 months since I won Ginoong Pilipinas, which is the qualifying pageant for Mr. Universe.
Yes.
So I think I'm very prepared and I'm ready to get that crown.
I love the confidence. And Mr. Taiwan and Mr. Philippines are going to have a showdown. Coronation night. I can't wait. All right. That concludes Mr. Philippines' closed door interview portion. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you so much.
You held your own, sir. Good luck in the coronation night.
Thank you so much.
All right. That's Mr. Philippines, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 remaining, and then there were 3. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Singapore. Hi there. Have a seat. Grab your microphone. I have prepared 5 questions for you, but before we jump into that, I want to check in on you. How has your journey been thus far for Mr. Universe Tourism?
Hello, Nico.
Hello.
So, I think my journey in Mr. Tourism World has been absolutely amazing. I've met many global friendship, and besides that, the activities were really packed and fun-filled. We had a lot of fun together as delegates as a whole, and I think it's quite a memory to be cherished.
Incredible. I think you hit the nail on the head. It's not always about the competition side of things. Of course, that's a big part of this.
Absolutely.
But it's the memories you make with your fellow candidates.
You're right.
I love that. All right. Okay, so I'm going to be asking you 5 questions. You'll have 1 minute maximum to answer each question. These questions are the same as your fellow candidates, so everything is fair. Without further ado, I have to ask, are you ready?
Very ready.
Very ready. Born ready. I love that. Okay. My first question for you is, the past week you have been having all kinds of various activities with your fellow candidates. Once you return home to your home country, what part of your Mr. Universe Tourism journey will you remember the most?
Well, besides the fun memories I have made with these delegates, the most incredible thing that I will take home for me is how these people, the local people here, are so passionate about sharing their cultures and traditions to the tourists, the visitors here. They do not have any reservations. They are very open and they're very welcoming. They're so warm and friendly. They teach you everything. They ensure that you are all right, and if you need help or assistance. And I think that's very amazing about these Balinese people. And it's something that I would take away and share with my fellow Singaporeans, hoping that I would be able to practice this and pass this on to the rest.
Yeah, I think you made a great point. They're very open and proud of their culture here in Bali. Right. And they really want foreigners like us to experience it and to appreciate it just like they do. So I think that's something great that you could bring back to your country. Very well said. My next question for you is, Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
Well, you know, from the statistics, at least 500,000 of people travel to Bali, and they not just travel to Bali. Some of them, I feel, they want to have a relaxed vacation, but at the same time, they also want to experience the culture and the tradition, and of course, what they can actually do something different besides the usual thing that they have experienced back home. Yeah.
Great point. Great point. I think that's a very strong point and valid for any tourism of any country. My third question for you. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
I would have to say it's the cultural aspect of it, how people embrace their rich culture, the rich cultural tapestry right over here. And I think Singapore being a multiracial society, a melting pot of ethnicities with not just one, but 4 different cultures and traditions, as much as we are moving forward into modernity, I think it's very important that we embrace our traditions and roots. And by having cultural festivities, cultural fairs to promote tourists, to attract them, to ensure that we tell people from all over the country that Singapore has not forgotten its roots. And I think that is something that we can practice.
I think that's very well said. A lot of countries nowadays are forgetting their traditions and cultural history. And I think that's so important for every country. It's hard because we have so many different influences all over the world. Western influence, we got K-pop, all these different things. So like you said, we forget about our roots sometimes. So I think that's a great thing to keep in mind for the tourism of Singapore. My next question, this is kind of controversial. It's a very hot question in the pageant industry. With the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and members of the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and LGBTQ plus members to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
This is a very interesting question. As someone who is the oldest contestant here, almost 10 years, and I strongly believe that age should not be a barrier. So does your sexual orientation and preference. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all come from one womb. We all have the same heart. Our blood is red. There shouldn't be any difference. There shouldn't be any sort of boundaries. There shouldn't be any sort of restrictions. At the end of the day, we all have one heart and we're all human beings. This should not stop you from joining in such pageantries or whatsoever. Be you, be yourself. If you are yourself and you carry your heart and soul and bring it out there, show your personality to the whole world, people will appreciate you. You do not have to think about what people have to say. At the end of the day, it's about being who you are as a person. And if people value you, they will respect you. And I think that's very important.
I respect your answer, and I really felt the passion when you said that. So thank you very much for sharing that. My last question for you, and this is also kind of a juicy one. Aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism?
My roommate, Philippines.
Your roommate. I love it. Going after your roommate. That's going to be an interesting discussion later in the room. No, just kidding. All right. There you have it, Mr. Singapore. Thank you very much. You did an amazing job. You held your own.
Thank you very much.
I wish you the best of luck going forward tomorrow at the coronation night at 8 p.m.
Thank you. And thank you, judges.
All right. Once again, let's give a big virtual round of applause, a live round of applause for Mr. Singapore. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have completed the closed-door interview for 6 of our candidates. We have 2 remaining. When we come back, we will be putting Mr. Taiwan on the spot. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nico Loco here. We are live here in Bali, Indonesia for Mr. Universe Tourism closed interview portion. It's been a really fun one thus far. We still have two candidates remaining. Without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Taiwan to the hot seat. Looking very dapper. I love that suit. Have a seat. Yes, please join me here. That's your microphone.
Sure.
Before I jump into the questions,
Sure.
this is just a relaxed question, so no need to be serious here. I just wanted to ask, how has your experience been thus far here in Bali? Taiwan, I would say, I've been to Taiwan. It's different, I would say, from Bali. Different tourist attractions, different sights to see. So how has the difference in experiences been?
Yes, and thanks for question. Also, we are islands countries, but with a lot of mountain and sea. But I think the most attract me in Bali is like the beautiful sightseeing and also the people. People was so kind. Everyone was smile to you, even we are stranger. Also the food, I like the food. Also we have a cooking class. We've done like the 21.
That's right. Yes.
We cook a lot of local food. Also I'm not cook very well, but I was.
You tried.
Yes, I tried my best. So I would say we are the same, a combination of a lot of culture. So I think we are the family, Taiwan and Bali.
Very nice. You pretty much love everything about Bali.
Yes.
Me as well.
Mhm.
Did you try surfing?
Yes, I did. I love it.
They don't have surfing in Taiwan, though. Or do they?
Yes, we do. We do.
Oh, they do? Okay.
It's a different sightseeing, but I like Bali serving more because
More.
because you will see a lot of people just wearing like and more very.
I know what you mean, brother.
Yes.
No need to elaborate. Okay.
Just kidding.
All right. This turned into like a coffee chat. All right. Let's get to the thick of things here. My first question for you is, actually, before I start, I just want to remind you, you have 1 minute per question maximum. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Your questions are the same as the others, so everything is fair. Okay, here we go. And just tell me if you want me to repeat the question. The past week, you have been having all kinds of various activities with your fellow candidates. When you return to your home country, what part of Mr. Universe Tourism journey will you remember the most?
Okay, actually, we probably like stayed here like 10 days so far. I think the one of my favorite part is surfing class and yoga class, also the cooking class. Because the surfing class we also have in Taiwan, but it's totally different way, a totally different feelings, and you will see a lot of like good weather and beautiful sightseeing, and local people was so kind, just I mentioned before, and also the cooking class because we had a lot of delicious food. You can through the DIY process, as you can know how to cook a dish, and you can bring it back, bring this cherished memory to hometown, want to share your family. Also yoga class, because I've done yoga class in Taiwan before, but I never do with the plat, so it's quite interesting for me. So those 3 activities my most favorite.
Amazing. It sounds like you have tons and tons of memories here in Bali.
Yes.
Too much to explain in 1 minute. And I think your favorite part was the cooking, from what I can understand here. You're very passionate about that. And hey, everybody loves a man that can cook, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't cook, by the way, so you already got a point on me. Okay, next question for you. Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
Okay, I think the key of promoting tourism is like you have to offering and unique and quite different experience than other. Just like my country, because we have separate 4 points, just fun, just eat, just feel, and just shopping. So you have to providing an unique, you have to you want to show the visitor who visit your country, and let them know we are unique and we are welcome your coming. So I think that is most point for tourism. Yes, thank you.
That's a great point, Mr. Taiwan. That's actually what I noticed when I arrived here in Bali. They're really hospitable and they really want you to experience tons and tons of different tourist things in Bali. And that's very unique to Bali. Other countries aren't quite as welcoming as that. So I think that's a great point.
Yes, thank you.
Next question. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
Would you mind to repeat that?
Yes, of course. My pleasure. If you had the opportunity to speak to the high-ranking government official once you return to your home country, what tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
Okay, I think the most I want to copy is like just the activity we've done here, because arrange a lot of unique we can only experience in Bali. So I think I will bring this back to my country, Taiwan, to suggest them, if you want to attract more people come visit Taiwan, you have to provide a unique way to the visitor, let them know we are unique, we are special, you only can experience here in Taiwan. Yes, thank you.
Very well said. And I've been to Taiwan many times, like I said earlier. They have great tourism, actually.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many things to see in Taiwan, but like you said, we can always improve. Right. So I think that would be a great conversation if you ever had that opportunity to have a talk with a government official. My next question for you, and this is a controversial one, so get ready. With the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and members of the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and members of the LGBTQ plus community to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
Okay, I think just I mentioned before, establish the tourism. Actually, everyone was unique. So I would suggest if LQGBT community want to join the pageant, just do what they like, because I think everyone was unique. Everyone you can become what you like. So I think just do what you like is my opinion. Thank you.
Are you saying do what they like in the sense that they want their own platform, or you think that they should push for inclusivity?
I think maybe they can do both, maybe.
Okay, both. I got you. I just want to clarify that for our judges so they have an understanding of your answer.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, my last question for you, and also kind of a juicy one. Aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism?
Who?
Yes, who amongst your fellow candidates is your greatest competition, do you feel, going into the coronation night?
Can I say me?
Yourself? Yes, you can. You can.
Yes, because I am fit for Mr. Universe Tourism 2024. Why? Because I had a lot of experience for when I was in Taiwan, I helped a lot of traditional event or international event, and we success to invite a lot of people join us to attend this event. So I think I am the right person to become Mr. Universe Tourism 2024. Thank you.
I really like that answer. You know, at the end of the day, our biggest competition is ourselves, in my opinion as well. So thank you for saying that. Mr. Taiwan, that concludes your closed door interview portion. I want to say thank you very much for being very genuine. I appreciate your sincerity, and I wish you the best of luck going forward to the coronation and whatever you decide to do in your life.
Thank you so much.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up virtually and live for Mr. Taiwan.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, he has had the opportunity to wait for all of his fellow contestants to finish the closed door interview portion, so I think he is ready now. Are you ready? Yes, he's nodding up and down. All right, let's welcome to the chair, Mr. Uganda. Hello, Mr. Uganda. Please take a seat, grab your microphone. Before we jump into the questions, I just want to ask, how are you? How have you enjoyed Bali? How have you enjoyed your journey here at Mr. Universe Tourism?
My journey here at Mr. Universe Tourism has been all about learning, all about fun, all about experiences that I have never even thought about. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'd love to travel to Uganda. I haven't been.
Oh, you should.
What are some of the nice tourist destinations there?
Some of the nice tourist destinations, we have Lake Victoria, that is the source of the River Nile, the longest river in the whole world. We have mountains, we have mountain ranges, the longest mountain ranges. We have some beautiful creatures, very endangered species, actually the rarest, the mountain gorillas. They're
Mountain
also
gorilla.
located in Uganda.
Wow. That's very cool. So you can do safaris. I'm sure safaris are very common.
Yeah, they're very common safaris.
It sounds like your country has beautiful landscape.
Oh, it does. It's very
Wow.
beautiful. Actually, Uganda is called the Pearl of Africa for a reason.
I didn't know
because
that.
of its diverse tourist attractions.
Cool. I have to go. I've been planning to do an Africa trip, so I'm going to have to stop by Uganda.
You should.
Okay, before we jump into it, I just want to let you know that I'll be asking you 5 questions. You have 1 minute per question maximum.
Okay.
So keep it concise, but don't rush. Take your time.
Okay.
These questions are the same as your fellow candidates, so everything is fair.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Uganda, here we go. The past week, you have been having all kinds of various activities with your fellow candidates. Once you return home to your home country, what part of your Mr. Universe tourism journey will you remember the most?
Once I return home, I want my people in my country to know about the GWK experience. You know, most of us in this world, we have minds that are only based on our own cultures. We don't get to experience the cultures of other countries, and it's been very nice because the GWK was something new to me. I really I love the story about the legend of Garuda and Vishnu God. I love the legends, and I would like to share this with my country when I get home. Thank you.
That's great. I'm very interested in what you said. I have no idea, but I have to check it out.
You should.
I promise. Hopefully I have time. Okay, that's a great point. Thank you. Mr. Uganda, my second question for you is, Mr. Universe Tourism, as the name implies, is a pageant that focuses on tourism. What do you think is the most important reason for increasing tourism?
The most important reason for increasing tourism is so that other people can get to know different parts of the world, how the parts of the world are, because different people are born in different places. They're born in different countries, and most of the time, some of them even think the world ends here. Oh my God. But it does not mean the world ends there. So promoting tourism, the main reason I think is so that people can learn about different things that they have not learned about ever since their childhood. Thank you.
I think that's an amazing point. Tourism gives us the opportunity to step inside the lives and cultures and traditions of other people. And I think that is the most mind-opening thing you can ever do.
Yes.
Is become more worldly. So I think that's a great point. And every country should want to promote tourism for that very fact.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, next question. If you had the opportunity to speak to a high-ranking government official when you return to your home country, which tourism practice would you like him to copy from Bali and apply to your home country's tourism?
Bali, in this case, has diverse culture. Uganda too, we have diverse culture, but Uganda has mostly focused on the wildlife and the physical features. What I've learned about Bali, culture is a very good tourist attraction. And I would like to, in case I had the chance, I would propose that our government could focus more on promoting the culture, on doing culture tourism. Thank you.
Culture tourism. I guess what you're saying is in Uganda, they more so focus on the physical attractions.
On the physical attractions.
Landscape,
Yes.
the animal life.
Yes, the animal life.
Okay, that's very, so cultural tourism you'd like to make better in your country.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. My next question, if you had the, my next question is a little bit controversial, so get ready. It's a burning question in the pageant industry right now, and there's a lot of mixed opinions. With the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive towards candidates of all ages and members of the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and members of the community to join male pageants like Mr. Universe Tourism?
Pardon the question, please.
Yes. So with the announcement of Miss Universe and other pageants becoming more inclusive to candidates of all ages and members of the LGBTQ plus community, what is your insight on allowing all ages and members of the LGBTQ plus community to join male pageants like this one?
Thank you so much. We live in a free world. I'm allowed to say that, right? We live in a free world, and anybody has rights. Everyone has rights. Rights start from the heart, start from one's opinion, start from what one experiences when they're growing up. So I feel like it's okay. It's okay for everyone to join. It's okay for the LGBTQ to join. It's okay for anyone in this world because we live in a free world. Thank you.
A free world and everybody is equal.
Yes, please.
Amen. I love that. My last question for you. Aside from yourself, who do you think is your greatest competition in this year's edition of Mr. Universe Tourism? So your greatest competition amongst your fellow candidates, who is it?
Thank you.
If there's anybody.
There is somebody.
Okay.
Kes from Singapore, Mr. Universe Singapore.
Okay.
Because for a moment, even before I thought about joining, I look at my contestants, my fellow contestants, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, this is going to be fun. This is going to be educative. So Kes, I've learned a lot from Kes actually. He's not only my competition, but also my role model. I've learned a lot from him. I've learned a lot about him being confident. I've learned because he has participated more in this industry. Yeah, so Kes is my greatest competition.
Well, that's great. And I think it's very humble of you to admit that you're learning from others. I mean, we don't know everything in this world. Every experience that we have, an experience like this pageant, you can learn from others, and you can take that when you go home and utilize it for whatever you wish to do in your life.
Yes.
So I think that's very well said. All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Mr. Uganda. Let's give him a big, warm round of applause from our virtual and live audiences. You did a great job. I find you very intelligent, and your answers were concise and right to the point. So great job today, and good luck going into the coronation night.
Thank you so much.
All right, there you have it. Once again, Mr. Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our closed-door interview portion. I can see our judges' pens moving very fast. They look stressed. They're sweating. I'm just kidding. They're not sweating. We're in an aircon room here, but I like the cinematic effect of them sweating. All right. That concludes our closed-door interview portion. Thank you very much to our virtual audience, our live audience here in Bali, Indonesia. Thank you again also to our Afterglow Bar and Kitchen for hosting us. It was great. They had a great service, great food, and it's a beautiful venue, so you got to check it out if you're here in Bali. Before we conclude, though, of course, I would like to thank our sponsors. Without them, none of this would be possible. So let me start. Try Bali Kuta Beach and Afterglow Bar and Kitchen, our official venue for our closed-door interview. UC Silver and Gold, our official venue for preliminary competition. Fashion Legion Hotel, the official residence of Mr. Universe Tourism in Bali, Indonesia. Bali Nusa Dua Theater, our official venue of the coronation night tomorrow, March 24th at 8 p.m. I will see you all there, either virtually or live. The Devdan Show. Puri Tresna Villas, our official photo shoot venue. The Aria Bali, the official sashing and welcoming dinner. The Aria Bali, the official sashing, welcoming dinner. I said them twice because I love them a little extra. No, just kidding. Lee David, our official photographer. Edwin Uy, our official swimwear and crown designer, also one of our judges. Tonette Chua, official hair and makeup artist. Thank you very much. Paui Ventura of Mississology. I'm sure Mrs. Paui will be doing a great write-up on Mr. Universe Tourism. Mississology, our official social media correspondent. Dr. Jumel V. Bormilia, our president. Divina Bali Trans, our official transportation service. John Hardy, established 1949. Sacred Monkey Forest Ubud. Thank you very much. Soul on the Beach. Marble 8 Restaurant, Dream of Aventus Hotel, Hiromi Restaurant in Bar Nusa Dua, Austin Babi Guling and Samsam, GWK, that is Garuda Wisnu Kankana, I hope I said that right, Cultural Park, Dela, Bali, the Panoramic Restaurant, Bali Budaya Cultural Village, Penglipuran Village, Jambangan Bali Cooking Class, Cafe Del Mar, Bali, Ubud Yoga Center, Warung Mina Renan, Surfing Lessons by Bali Green Surf School, Bali Safari and Marine Park, Sapa by Mevui, Motel Mexicola, Bali Museum, Baja Sandy Monument. That is Barra Sandy Monument. Thank you very much. Philippine Airlines, thank you for the transportation, for flying us here safely. Honorable Senator Arya Wedakarna. That is Honorable Senator Arya Wedakarna. Thank you very much, sir. Bali Government Tourism Office, and last but not least, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of Indonesia. Let's give all of our sponsors a big, big round of applause. Like I said earlier, without them, none of this would be possible. They are a crucial and integral part in the success of Mr. Universe Tourism. I want to thank our virtual audience. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It was really fun. I really enjoyed this interview. It was a great way of getting to know our candidates on a more personal basis before you see them on the stage with the bright lights in front of everybody tomorrow, March 24th, 8 p.m. for our coronation night. I'd also like to thank our judges again for joining us. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We will be seeing them tomorrow as well. They're going to have an even bigger job tomorrow, so get a good sleep tonight, guys, okay? There it goes, guys. My name is Nico Loco. It's been a true, true pleasure hosting this segment. I had a great time. I hope to see you all tomorrow, either live or virtually through our Facebook page. That is Mr. Universe Tourism Facebook page. Share, follow, and I'll see you all there. Thank you very much, and keep safe.